All right, ladies and gents, giving you 5 minutes to write in your 2 pieces of homework and to complete your bell work. Absolutely. So for your bell work, what are the 3 components to argument, writing a counter argument? We've been doing it we probably practiced it 3 times now. There are 3 pieces to a counter argument. What are those 3 pieces? And why do you think we use a counter argument when we're writing an essay? You need 5 minutes to knock that out.
Oh, nice. Sebastian's doing it a little bit. Bella's doing it a little bit. Tiana has her planner out. Writing down her homework.
Did not work, buddy. Did not work. Oh. I'm not gonna use that your way. Yes, ma'am. Which one? Ah, thank you guys. Every day. One day I'll have a slide without a spoon in here. You will have one. If you forgot the 3 components or the 3 parts to a counter argument, you can look back at your work from yesterday. You guys practiced counter argument 3 times yesterday in our stations.
You also have the graphic organizer that we use for it in the back of your notebook.
There it is.
Do you have your other notebook too? Is it open? Yeah. You can get it grab it if you're going to work. Just because it has your writing sign in it.
This is independently working on his bell work. McCullough is looking back at his notes to find counter argument in the 3 components.
So you have, you're only missing this one, right? Just like you have to state the counter argument.
How do you do when you finish your sentence? Just do it.
Is that right?
Whoa, basically. Next time.
About all the counter, like you just state the counter. You got it?
All right. Okay, 1 more minute.
Write it down. Good job.
Didn't see the study hall yesterday. How come I didn't see the study hall yesterday? Okay. You gonna be here today, or you gonna be back then?
Remember the 3 parts?
You like working? You like working with that new council? She helped.
We talked about it yesterday. So the first one is stating your counter argument, then what you do after you say what the counter argument is.
Okay. Okay.
Those are the same thing. The 3 parts. So you say what the counter argument is, then
Yeah.
what do we tell you to do? Like, do we let you just give an answer, or what do you want to do? That's your second part. And then your third part is what, how do you make it work to your advantage?
Nice. You can do this fine. This is just your name.
Proof that what?
Student name.
Shows it's not good, right?
Geoffrey.
It's called a rebuttal, is the word I'm looking for. The chocolate stick.
Yes, it does. Good. Don't. Do you have your other notebook with you? Just snag that. I think that was easy. Did you finish? This isn't gonna be one of those, is it? They're just messing with me. Can I see? Look at you. Rock star. Very nice. All right. There are 3 parts to a counterclaim. What's one of those parts? Kiara, coming at you. Rebuttal, absolutely. And that's the last part, right? Can anyone tell me what a rebuttal is? Right? Logical evidence. The point of it is to do what, Ryan? To disprove the counterclaim. The rebuttal, you're trying to say, like, this is why your idea is flawed or is wrong, and here's either a better idea or my idea. Nice. Hopefully that helps a little bit. What's another part? So we have the rebuttal. What's one of the other ones? McCullough?
Explanation.
Explanation. Nice. Explaining what the counterclaim is. What's the last one? Yeah, the actual counterclaim itself. So you have the 3 parts, and they go in this order. You have the counterclaim, the explanation of the counterclaim to show that you understand what that is, and the rebuttal. Right, Ryan? And what's the rebuttal?
Logical evidence to disprove.
That's it. You got it. You can say it confidently. You had it, man. All right. You guys think we're going to start writing our essays today. We're going to use the graphic organizers to start putting our ideas together. If you haven't figured it out, you're going to have a counterclaim in there. Okay, that's why we've been practicing it. Okay? So hopefully we can go through this at a pace that we can help you. But I think most of you have the counterclaim down, so we'll see today. So let's dive into it. Remember that question I asked you a while ago, should Lincoln have let the South secede? Today you're going to start writing for that. That is going to be your essential question for your essay. Should Lincoln have let the South secede to avoid the Civil War? Right? What's the purpose to avoiding the Civil War? Why would you want to avoid the Civil War?
Death.
Joshua, what'd you say?
Death.
What do you mean death? Just like all the deaths that happened?
Yeah.
Perfect. What else? What else do you avoid if you avoid the Civil War? You have the loss of lives. What else? Healy?
No bloodshed around the
Sure, all the gruesomeness that comes along with war. Sure, absolutely, man. Another one. What else do you avoid? Yeah, go ahead, John.
Money loss.
The money, absolutely. Financial, absolutely. Anything else? Ryan?
Loss of property.
Loss of property, the destruction of property. Remember Sherman's march? That destroyed everything in his path. Healy?
resources.
You lost a Okay, so you guys get it, right? There's a cost of war. Whether it's human lives or resources or destruction of property, there is a cost to war. And we have learned, because we just finished a 14-year war in the Middle East, it's a lasting damage, right? So, Lincoln has this decision to make. That's a huge what if, right? I can avoid all of those things that you just described by just letting the South secede. But what continues if you let them secede? Kylie?
Slavery.
Right, slavery continues. Right, that's probably the biggest part of it. Okay. So, what I would like you to do right now, individually, and then we're going to share out to maybe help some of you who are struggling. I want you to write this question down. I'm going to give you the next, say, 6 or 7 minutes. Okay? I want you to develop your claim. You have 3 pieces of evidence right here. You're not writing your essay. All you're doing is writing your claim. Okay? I want to make sure that you have an opinion. Should Lincoln let the South secede? Yes, he should let them secede. No, they should not. You have all the notes from March 25th until today of all the things we've done in class. On the board over here behind Webb are all the different chapters we have read in our 2 different textbooks. Behind me are the Civil War statistics and pictures. Okay? I want you to answer this question. Should Lincoln have let the South secede to avoid the Civil War? And I want you to have 3 pieces of evidence to back up your claim.
Evidence is facts, guys. We don't want you to use your opinion, right? That's your first part, your claim. But make sure your evidence is from the resources that we're giving you. So if you need the textbooks, come grab them. You can also use that article that we talked about, 21st century slavery, because maybe you want to use that to show how bad slavery is, if that's your point, and that we should have gotten rid of it. Okay?
Everything we've done up to this point is to give you all of this material, to go through and understand all this material together. But now you need to develop that opinion for yourself, right? All year long I've told you that you need to develop an opinion for yourself, right? This is that day. This is where you start writing that opinion down and start organizing that opinion. So, give you that time right now. Answer, should Lincoln have let the South secede, and have 3 pieces of evidence to back up your claim? If you need help, raise your hand. Ms. Shirk and I can walk around and help you out. Okay? Let's do that. I'm going to put up a timer, actually. Let's go 7 minutes, and we'll check back in.
Right now, your first piece is just answering the question. It's just a yes or no, right? Should he have let the South secede?
Okay, sit down. Sit up. I want you to do your work, okay? What is what? Good question. But what does secede mean? Webb?
Like succeed.
What does that mean, though? Oh, like to be successful?
Yeah.
Yes, that's what succeed means, but what does it mean to succeed, Tiana? To break apart. Remember the South, the states you colored red? Remember how they were, okay, they broke away and become their own country, remember? What was that country called? Confederacy, right? So should President Lincoln have let that happen and let them be their own country? Or should he have gone to the Civil War and forced them to stay? That's what I want you to answer. Does that make sense? Okay. Cool. You nice job.
Okay.
Exactly. Well, not exactly. Let me try to do it. You have the right idea, but I want you to answer this question. Should he have let them break away? Should he have let them secede against his country? Okay? Or should he have gone to the Civil War and let them and forced them to stay? Okay, so you basically need to decide, was slavery worth ending? Was all of those things that happened during the Civil War, was it worth ending slavery? Or should he have just let slavery continue in the South and avoid the Civil War? Because those are the two biggest ones, right?
So this is your side. So you pick your 3 strongest ones.
Jack, what are you thinking, my man? Yeah?
Okay,
Yeah,
Sasha,
he has
what
a couple
do you
of
pick? Should you
ideas.
let them succeed or not?
What are you thinking for one of them?
You should not let them succeed.
So if they secede makes them weaker because of... Look forward to seeing what you get. John, how you doing? So, you're doing this part right now. Okay? Remember, secede means to break away. So should Lincoln have let... How about your notebook? Your maps in here, right? We think that's why you mentioned that. So all these red states seceded, broke away and became their own country. The president went around the country, decided, should I let them break away? Because what's going on in the South? What's the... Yeah, good. Chris. Okay. No, you're fine. I think John had it too. Yeah. So remember, all the slaves are down here, right? Okay. should the president have let slavery continue here and let them be their own
Had this
country?
decision to either go
Or
to war
should you
or
go to
stop
war
the
and
war.
end slavery?
So,
but go to war and
which
all
one
those
do you
people
pick? Should you pick that they go to war to stay
That's
with
what I,
the
so
nation
those are
and
two issues.
slavery,
Keep
or should you
slavery,
let the South
go to war. That's what you need to decide. Which one would you do? You would go to war? How about you?
Yep. And so
You
then
go to
you
war
have
too
two
to end
separate
slavery?
countries, the
Okay,
North
that's your
is
claim.
one country where
Lincoln
slavery
should
is
have not let them secede and gone to the Civil War? Cool.
Or
Yeah?
you go to the Civil War and keep our country as one piece and try to end slavery and
No,
all.
man. Now finish it. Now you need 3 ideas to support this.
So
3
we
pieces
did
of
like
evidence.
a
3
day
facts.
notes.
Okay? That can be how many people died during the war. That can be the effects war had on people. That can be like all the advantages. Remember all the advantages North had going into the war?
Civil War, and then like a list of why it was this.
Right? North
So
had
there's no
everything.
downside.
Remember that? Okay.
So.
All right, I'm gonna let you guys work. If you need help, let us know, okay? All right, man. What are you thinking?
Fill out the ABC. Do you have the funds for both those sides?
We made them stronger by forcing them to stay.
Okay, so she'll give you the funds.
Is it okay? What are you guys thinking right now? What is that? Yeah.
Okay, so your third one is going to be used
Okay. So you're saying you think the South would just back down anyway? Like you wouldn't even force them to just happen anyway?
Okay, so you're saying I should not.
That's not question.
Probably, yeah, like what do you think of like more
So
powerful
then your
than?
counter argument is that we could possibly, right, like the worst part of what happened. So then we need to
So
figure out.
what do you read?
That was worth it.
The South already like kind of knew
So we had all this stuff.
Okay.
You have to come up
Okay.
with something that says like, even though we have to step, it was worth it.
the South.
Okay. So you're saying let them secede because you would be supporting Lincoln anyway. But then you would have, where's your map? Make sure. You still have your map in there?
Okay, guys, remember that your third piece of evidence is gonna be your one that you use with your counterclaim. You cannot repeat pieces of evidence.
You do? In here? Cool. Is it done? Oh yeah, Sunday. That's
Mr.
right.
Crawford, help you out, you okay? Johnny, you okay?
That's all good, man. All I wanted to show you was those states in the South, right? Do you have yours? Do you have your map? Can I see it? So I can use an example for both of you? Perfect. Nice. Here. Perfect. You can look at yours too. So I just wanted to show you. So you're saying let all these red states break away and be on their own country, right? So what are the reasons? Why do you think you should just let them secede?
They really knew that.
Okay.
So they get those points.
So what else? So there's one. You got Lincoln.
Okay, so you pick.
Like they
the
knew they were
Chicago
gonna
secede.
like be forced to change anyway. So if they break away, then they can be their own country. What else? What else would be another reason for why you force them to stay? Or just let them.
So if you're saying secede, then you're saying that they don't go to war.
What do you avoid
Not
if you let them secede?
Slavery.
I don't know. You don't avoid slavery, so that's your biggest mistake. That's what I want to make sure you
No, you
understand.
don't avoid slavery.
Right? How can you?
Is
don't
there
avoid
anyone
slavery?
else who's having a hard time with the word secede
They wanted to.
and they can't understand the
Who
argument?
wants slavery?
Are you guys all good?
Right, all
You all
these
understand that word?
Okay.
Okay.
So if you let them secede, slavery stays here, right?
They need to become their own.
What do you
So,
avoid though?
should
if
the
you let them
president
secede?
let the South secede to avoid war means should President
What did
Lincoln
the
let
North
the
do
South
to end slavery? Right, right, you avoid the war, right? So you let them secede, you avoid the war, you let them have the power that they were wanting to keep because they thought Lincoln would take it
You
away.
would have the Civil War and try to end slavery.
Cool, 2 good ideas, man. So what if you let, if you avoid war, what do you stop? Like if you avoid the Civil War, what's the advantage to that?
If you stop the
So, right, the simple one.
Okay,
you
so
never-
that means 3 pieces of evidence, am I gonna see them?
We'll come back. All right, let me see if I can get some people to help you out next time. Okay? Okay, let's do a quick check. Who has their claim and 3 pieces of evidence? Is someone willing to share it? Maybe help those who are struggling? Even if it's wrong, right? Remember, learning is the process of making mistakes, right? Even if you make a mistake with your claim, we can help you here. Someone willing to share their claim? Kiara? Or is that just a stretch? Would you still share anyway?
Okay.
All right, here you go. Oops, sorry, Tasha. So while Kiara is sharing, maybe see if it aligns with what you're thinking, or maybe she can help give you some ideas for your claim.
President Lincoln should not let the South secede in winning the Civil War because slavery would end and resolve. North and South would still continue their partnership, and the economy would work better with the Southern resources.
Wow, nicely done. Way to tie in economy with that. Very nicely done. What do you mean that the North and South would keep their partnership?
They would still be factory. You would make the cotton, and I would make the shirts and the resources.
Okay, so the factories in the North, the cotton growing in the South, the agriculture, you're going to keep that relationship going? Nicely done. We tie it all together. And so you'll build the economy into that too, like how people are making money and how bankers and things in the North are also making money from it. I see what you're doing. I see you working. I see done. Ryan, Josh, you want to share? No way?
Ryan does really good. Why?
Yeah? Okay, I'm doing it then. I'm making you. I want to hear this thing.
Lincoln should not have let the South secede because if they let, they would lose most of their food, and the South would have lost their factories that made the tools and equipment to farm. If you let them succeed, then both sides would slowly die off.
Wow, nice. Because they would be less powerful. Nicely done, sir. Very nicely done. I like how you pulled in multiple. I think what I like about Ryan's the most, and Kiara, you did this as well. But Ryan did a nice job. You pulled in 3 completely different ideas, 3 different pieces of evidence, right? Very, very nicely done. Sebastian, you want to share? Go for it, my man.
Lincoln shouldn't succeed because the number 1 is so slavery wouldn't spread.
Okay.
Number 2, then there could be peace, like the South and North could get along without fighting.
Okay.
Number 3, without the civil wars, then those people wouldn't show their skills like planning, sharpshooting, and rowing.
Okay. Let's do one more. One more claim. Did either of you guys get a claim? No? No? Kamala, you want to show yours? No way? Jack? No? Joshua, Tiana? So here's how I'm asking you to share it. I'm checking to see what yours looks like, but I'm also giving people an example to check theirs with. So can you help me out? Thanks, man. Coming at you, Joshua. Stall. Not bad.
No, Lincoln should not let the South secede because Lincoln believed that slavery should end, and if the South seceded, then the U.S. would become weak due to the split in the resources and military power, and without the South, the North would lose valuable trade within the states.
Very nicely done. Absolutely. Builds in trade, builds in economy, talks about the relationship between the two. Takes a stance, defends it with 3 pieces of evidence. Nicely done. So here's the next step. You take that evidence, right, and you turn it into a paragraph, right? You tell me why that relationship was important, right? You give me a piece of evidence to support why that relationship was important. Okay, that's what you guys are going to do now. So if you still haven't developed a claim, that's okay. We're going to help you get there. But for those of you who are ready to move on, here's a graphic organizer that you have seen before. Okay, this is going to be due tomorrow completed so that we can come back and start writing a rough draft. This is to help you do, thank you.
Does anyone notice a difference in this graphic organizer from the last time we used a similar one?
It's pink.
It's pink, correct. The last one was orange. Yeah?
On the last one, it says the contour.
On the last one, it says the counterclaim. So in your very last section of boxes, what's gonna go in now is your counterclaim. Okay? So your counterclaim. So you say the opposite side's opinion, you explain why the opposite side believes that, and then you use one of those three pieces of evidence that you just came up with to knock down their belief. Remember that the goal of counterclaim is to use it to your advantage in your essay.
And also the thing, so.
Correct. So you're going to do counterclaim, explanation, and then the rebuttal goes over here. And we did the lead-in for you guys on the counterclaim. If you want to use a different one, it's fine. I just wanted it to match up with your counterclaim graphic organizer that you have in your notebook. Okay?
So here's where we are at right now. So you have some basic expectations on the board. I would like you to complete this pink graphic organizer, please, because it's due tomorrow. You've done all of these before, like Ms. Shirk said. All you're adding differently now is that counterclaim. I think most of you have the skills to do the counterclaim. From all the practice we've done over the last few days, I think you have it. But if you need help with the counterclaim, just ask us. If you're worried about what are the three pieces and how do I plug them in, raise your hand, let us know. We'll help you out. Okay? So, we're going to work for the next 15 minutes on this pink graphic organizer, and then you'll finish with the counterclaim, and we can talk about some issues that you're having. Okay? Yes, sir. Yeah.
So your claim answers that main question, right, guys? So yes, Lincoln should have let the South secede, or no, he should not have. Please don't forget that when you write your claim in your essay, it includes your summary of evidence. Okay? That's what a lot of you were missing on your last essay. So don't forget that you have to summarize your evidence in your claim.
Mr. Crawford,
Yes, sir.
this is our counsel.
What's that?
That's our counsel.
This part down here is the counterclaim. Right? This is where your claim is going. So Lincoln, so you said Lincoln should have let the South secede to avoid the Civil War. What else? You need 2 more points. What would be the 2 other reasons to avoid the Civil War?
Slavery.
That's great. So Civil War's worth it.
Lincoln should have let the South secede to avoid the Civil War.
Remember that your rebuttal
To avoid the Civil War. If you avoid the Civil War, then the South keeps their slaves. So you're not avoiding slavery. You avoid the war. So come on, Kaleo, you have a big decision. So you need to decide
Yeah, that's what I.
what's more
that's what I-
important to you.
That's what I thought.
What's that?
I said yes, but I meant no.
Oh, well then that's an easy change. If you mean no, go ahead and just do that. So if you say no, don't let them secede,
Yeah.
then you avoid this, then you end slavery.
I said yes, but I thought like you'd mean like a different, like you'd mean no.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. So this is just, you can put that on your claim right there. So, no, he should not let them secede or break slaves because it does what?
Because it gives them the
What's
opportunity.
the, if the opposite side of the
You want to
argument
keep slaves?
should have, right?
Oh, yeah. So you get rid of slavery.
That you should limit.
He was right. Yep, you end slavery. What else? What else is the not letting them secede? So you have to go to the level. What do you end? So you have to do what else? What are their causes?
Oh, okay, so that is a good argument. So what is the then?
How? Who do you say?
So your counterclaim is
They
not
used to
going
say
for
slaves in their lives and give them
or debt.
give them their freedom. Okay. What else?
And then your rebuttal is your argument that knocks that down. So that's your work.
Okay, let's do that one. Let's just do that one piece of evidence. You can start with evidence.
Well, what
and you
knocks
can
down
come
what?
back. All right.
Slavery. The benefit outweighs the cost, right? Okay, that's your rebuttal. Okay. And then like, it's really, really powerful in your rebuttal if you use evidence that we talk about, right? So if you go look and like talk about the atrocities of slavery, that's gonna help. Okay? Does that make sense?
Chris, you okay?
So your goal.
You know what you're doing?
is to use most powerful.
You at least know what you're doing. Because if you know what you're doing, then I don't have to sit here. Because I want you to think for yourself. I don't want to give you any answers. So this claim, you already wrote your claim? You put that right here, my man.
Okay, so now your three pieces of evidence go in this box.
No.
So what's your first piece of evidence?
No. No.
So, end
Still have
slavery.
slaves. That is not, but there is the stats in there if you want to look. I'm gonna cross this out and you go back. People, let's just say people would have died. More work.
Yeah, so that's your biggest thing.
Yes, this is true. This part here
Wow, right?
does not work.
So this is your biggest
Because
thing.
you're not avoiding these deaths.
Is that we should have gone.
If you go to war, we'll,
But here's a lot of
like, if you want to end slavery, which I'm with
Okay,
you,
and then your
like
source
the
for
great
that.
thing, end slavery, these people are going to die for and that cause.
Yep.
Okay? Okay. So what else? What would be another reason to force the South to stay?
How's it going, guys? Tomorrow. Tomorrow at 3. So I'll just have you walk down with me. I think it's cool.
Okay?
You scared me.
Okay? So in that way, the South grew the cotton. Why did the North need the South? What do you mean?
Sebastian, keep working, please.
They make them.
Now you wrote your first piece of evidence. Now do your second one.
Yeah, exactly. They
Okay.
traded with each other.
So, John,
Right?
how's it
So
going?
what did the South do? The South
Are you sure?
grew the
Let's take the
cotton,
unsure.
right?
No.
And the North
My claim.
made the stuff in the
My
factories.
claim you
Good.
know.
So they needed each other.
No,
Right?
you should not have let us.
If they
Yep.
force them to stay, Chris, it ends slavery and they can keep trading. They can keep doing the South growing the cotton. And it's
They
producing.
should not have let them succeed.
But if they're two separate countries.
So what are your three pieces of evidence?
So you force them to stay, you force them to keep working together.
Wait, you said you should.
That can be another piece of evidence.
Oh, you were trying to say
That's what I
no.
tried to say too.
Okay, so the question.
Which is what you said here, because it ends slavery and what else?
Okay, so the answer is that yes, we go to the Civil War.
John, you okay? Thank you.
So now,
A little bit.
your counterclaim is gonna be, it should have.
So what did you say for your, have you answered the question?
Guys, it's really easy if you're struggling to start with your counterclaim, because the counterclaim is just the opposite of your claim. Okay, so if you
That's
start
okay,
there,
you
maybe
still
we'll get
have
the
the
ball
same
rolling
idea.
and you'll be
Right,
ready
you
to
know
move
that
on.
you're gonna have to write for yourself, right? So you can still have that, you can still keep this. And just like Chris was saying, hey, you got the cotton in the South and the factories in the North, right? If you
So,
force the
remember
South to
that
stay,
I know that
don't
you
let them
know all these
secede,
things because you learned
you
them.
force them, you let them
You
keep
still
trading,
have to
they
say
can
it,
keep
so you're gonna
working.
have to find that
Right.
information in the text and say where you got one. Okay?
Okay? So that can actually be another evidence, piece of evidence. Is
All this
that
stuff up
you
here,
let them
so
keep
any
trading
information that
because
you
they're
learned
still
in class
working
is that we have those
Does that make
chapters
sense?
in the textbook.
Okay. I'm gonna let you start to write your brain, let me check.
Modern day slavery articles right there. Do you have three pieces of evidence yet?
When class will be
Well, give me one.
Which one?
This, the one that's on the right.
So
Yes, sir.
And then
Yeah.
the ones we read
Yeah.
are listed up there.
You want to check?
Or magazine?
Or do you want me to help you get another piece of evidence? Which one do you have so far? The boys are still warm, so that's a piece of evidence in itself, right? What else? If you have the North and South working together.
Yeah, the war is terrible and then before. 29.
Why would you
Oh,
ensslave?
so we go to war, but afterwards we leave.
Yeah, you end slaves, right? And that can be a piece
So,
of
what do you need? I need a little bit more.
Once they use.
Okay, you need to fix one thing. If
And then I'll come back and
Lincoln
talk to
does
you.
not let the South secede, okay, you don't avoid the Civil War, but you avoid slavery.
I'm sorry, did you know that? Okay, so where do you
The
stand?
thing is, if he lets them secede and end slavery, then we're going to the war because the lower ground takes this. So you need this when you have one card. So why don't you do it right now before you forget?
What's with the sticker?
Oh, wait.
Does
It's my sticker.
it make sense what you're
So
saying?
your piece of evidence isn't this, that's your
Does
claim.
it make sense why you're
Your
changing?
piece of evidence is slavery.
Okay,
Does that make sense? Okay.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna check on Jack.
Did you finish? Okay.
Molly, you doing okay? Hey, Jack.
Okay.
Remember you need like actual evidence to back up your ideas. That's what you're gonna find. You're gonna either find it in your notes, or the textbook, or statistics. Okay.
Yeah, you, well, no, you need more, because this is pretty
Yeah.
much the whole essence. You need to write like 4 to 5 sentences for this idea, for this idea, and 4 to 5 here.
Because.
So the more you put in your graphical
Can I see what
the
you-
easier your essence will be. Okay, so you have to add more.
So this is actually, I think this is your claim. I don't think this is your counterclaim. I see what you're saying. Okay, oh, you were just looking at this. Oh, okay, sorry. That's fine. So the because goes back. That's the short part of your answer. Good job, Tasha.
What else is there besides
Take a
that?
butt.
Maybe one's
See,
easier.
they want you down with that.
I mean, what's the biggest cost?
Yeah, because you're explaining the
So, talk
counterclaim,
about
right?
that, or like,
So the counterclaim is should not be sausage.
What do they
Because of
say?
these.
that's it.
What would someone who says should
Your
have sausage?
explanation. Oh, that's great. Your explanation is fine. Then your rebuttal piece is one of your pieces. So that's where you can go look at like what the horrible parts of the were and say that it was worth all the debt that we went into going to war to end slavery. Because I used to write my own blah, 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 and you use the evidence from the text to support it.
Exactly,
No.
opposite of this.
Paragraph.
So again, so what someone who said you should put the sausage, what would they say, and then why would they say?
Because you're gonna explain your ideas.
That's what
So like,
so this
you're
is the
gonna
what
also
would they
do a
say,
rebuttal and
and this is the what would why.
Well, but this
I'll
is
come back,
just
I wanna
your
check what you
ideas
know.
to
I think you have a good
start
idea.
with, and then remember, we take
Yeah, all right.
and write our draft. And if you wanna take notes on a separate piece of paper, or if you want me to grab you a second graphic organizer, so you can see them together kind of a piece. You can just bullet point stuff for now, right? You're just organizing your ideas.
Yep.
So it's getting all your ideas down.
So this is your transition, so that's your paragraph.
The lead-in is, you can use one of that transition. Or it's just better than starting every statement.
So you know,
Then, if it's this, then it's back, right? So you just want
and
to
then
make
you
sure
also have
that you have
your
sentences like
ideas,
this.
your evidence, and your reason for it. You actually have it too.
Okay, like,
Well, you have it at the beginning here, but you need another?
beat me.
I got you, David. You need one?
You know where I'm at.
If you guys need that transitions page that we gave you at the beginning of the year, right there for you.
Can I use for example?
Yes, ma'am.
What, sweetheart?
Yeah, that's
That is your rebuttal. Yep, this is where you, this part is where you explain
Yep.
where their idea is wrong or flawed, right? And why your idea is right. Let me see.
Give me 1 second, okay? Yes.
Yeah. So your vote could be something.
So,
While this is
if you're
true,
having
while all these people
a hard
died,
time finding a.
this is the reason why those deaths were justified. Why those people died
So
for good
you
cause.
can instead,
Does
for
that
your
make sense?
source,
What is all the, what is the reason why
use,
these people died?
you're gonna need like reasoning and backup for all, right? So slavery ended, it would continue to the war. Why is it so important to understand?
All of it.
Right?
Keep the country together,
We read
to
about
end
that. So
slavery.
you can use evidence
Exactly.
for that. Yeah, so
So
look
just say,
up what we read
you know,
about
just give me
slavery.
an idea. Don't worry about how you
Also
spell it.
use the 21st century slave article.
What
to
is
talk
the
about
reason why you
modern day
think
slavery.
that
So
they
you can say,
are
if we would have prevented it, America would be just like this. Does that make sense? Okay. So, explain why this happened. Reason is why. Okay, Sebastian, let me see what you got for your
All right, my
reading.
friend. I said I would be back. How you doing? Web, how you doing? Okay, that's good, man.
Okay, I'm gonna turn it around. I'm having a hard time with that. Okay.
Perfect. What's the lyrics?
Why is it so important to end slavery? Okay, so add a little bit about, like, this is great, but you did want to end slavery, right? That's why you went to war. But why did
Tell
you?
you what, instead of sitting here, it looks like you're having a hard time.
Nobody else is here. What is
Go
happening?
back and look at your notebook. Okay, look, so March 25th until today are all the things that lead up to this war, all the reasons that like they're splitting up this scene, okay?
Life
See
from
that
Mills,
one?
Working Women and Children, the new, I'm coming, give me 1 second. Oh, you know what you should use?
So Chris, you okay?
Why do you
Sort of?
find some
What
evidence
sort
of
of?
how bad slavery is? We need to
Okay,
ask.
okay, so those people died, what else?
Okay, Chris, I'm coming. What's up? Okay. Oh, hello. I figured-
Kylie, how you doing?
We're good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ryan, you had yours yet?
Ask me a specific
Can I see?
question.
Can you help me on the evidence?
What about the evidence? Are you having a hard time coming up with a piece of evidence, or do you not understand what it is?
You sure ain't okay?
Okay, what is your plan?
My claim
Yeah.
is here.
Can I get the nice glow, like Farrah Fawcett?
The
You know who that is?
No. But no, what's your answer to your question? Should Lincoln have led the South because of the country or no? No, you should have gone to the Civil War. So your first step is writing the claim. No, Lincoln should not have led the South.
Okay, then go back and look at your notebook.
So
Okay,
what?
March 25th on, you get another piece.
And then your
Yes, sir.
pieces of evidence are the things you use to back that up. Why should we
Why
not
don't
have
you
led the
go
South?
on my mind as well? Sounds like she's got over it.
I feel like I've been this past, so.
Can I give you a quick check?
How much do I want?
Let's see.
Because they
Hey,
use
Mr.
that.
Slavery's bad.
Reasons why slavery would end, the U.S. is
Yep,
stronger
you're
with
gonna have to do that, but that's still your first piece of evidence.
And
You can
then,
also use that as your evidence to not show your counterclaim or something you wanna do.
that was not the first out.
Okay, so first write down your claim, then write down your counterclaim, write down the opposite part right there, and then I
You
will.
know what, though, for graphic organizer purposes, you have what you need. Okay?
Okay,
The
so
only
when I
thing you're
come back, I'm
missing
gonna
is
see
that
how
evidence
they
to back up your idea. Okay? Slavery, right? Give me some kind of fact
Okay.
quote or
You have
statistic
like 2
to support
seconds.
that idea.
You better
Same
have
thing
to, right?
with beyond that, your ideas are there, and then when you write an essay, you can just develop those. You give me the significance, the why is it
Do you mind if I
supported,
check
how
out your
does
this?
it connect to your
Right,
point.
real quick?
Cool. Tasha, how you doing? Yeah? What part?
Okay, so then
Yeah.
what I wanna do here,
Come on.
and I know this is
Good job.
you're asking,
I'm impressed.
I'll say why they should, like, what about?
So now this is, what are the reasons
Okay,
why,
this is your most important piece of evidence, because
you should have
you're taking that opposite point and you're knocking it down as much as you possibly can, so it works in your favor. If you don't knock it down well enough, then maybe you're actually decided, you know, to decide.
that you can just put the title of it.
Like it's the same look.
If you guys are ever worried about how you source a piece of evidence, remember it's the author's last name, and if there's no author, put the title of whatever you're using. Okay? Okay, so at this point, I'm going to have you stop working on your graphic organizer and answer these 2 questions into your notebook. I need a quick check on where you're struggling, what you're worried about, so that we can maybe help you before you leave today. So pick one of these 2. You don't have to answer both. Okay? Write down one question that you have. maybe something that you did not understand, or write down a concern that you have about writing this essay. What are you worried about? What do you think you'll not do well? What can we help you with? Okay, I want you to do that in your notebook right now.
All written by the same
Yes. Bless you. Can I steal these?
So I highly recommend with your sources just putting it in MLA format now, so you don't forget to do it with your essay. I wrote up the examples of how it looks like in MLA format. Remember, it's the author's last name, the page number you found it on, in parentheses with a period after the end of the parentheses.
How'd you come out, Sebastian? That good, huh? So good you don't want to show me? You know I'm checking tomorrow, right? Oh, look at you. All right. I figured it was good. since
What you
you
can
didn't
use
show
as
me.
your evidence
You
then,
do your
like
best,
as opposed to end
exhibition.
slavery.
Thanks, buddy.
Like you're talking about ending slavery, right? Like that's the point. So then what you can use is like your evidence, your factual evidence is the back of the slavery. And those are in all the articles you read and the book text that you read.
Okay.
Because that's in the back of your point. Some of it is, yeah, some of the things are, you can also go and borrow them.
So like even after they go to vote, maybe they're
Yeah,
ranking
or the
these
books
to
or
the
the.
last one. Kind of like today, right?
Yep.
They've been working together ever since.
We need to write down the question.
Hey guys, don't pack up your notebooks yet, please. Go sit down. I always tell you to put them away. Oh, never mind. Have a good day. See you tomorrow. We will address these first thing tomorrow. We'll look at your questions first thing tomorrow.
Please finish your graphic organizer tonight. I will be in my classroom after school if you need help.